No, my ZenWatch didn't quite just suddenly die like it did in that video, but rather met its very untimely end when it was submerged in water for less than 30 seconds. And then proceeded not to want to start up ever again despite being some IP67 water resistant. After a brief stint of anger, disappointment and acceptance, I went online and started looking for a new smartwatch that I've grown all too accustomed to by now and stumbled upon the Kickstarter for the Ticwatch S and E. Long story short, given its great price of $129 US, I backed one of them up, and today here I have with me is the Mobvoi Ticwatch E smartwatch. So let's see if this Kickstarted watch is a suitable replacement for my ZenWatch 2. By now, like clockwork, we always start with a quick unboxing to see what we get in the package. Since I got the early bird package, I got some extra goodies to go along with my smartwatch, but we'll get to that in a bit. Let's get to the good stuff first. My watch came in a colourful metal tin with the Ticwatch logo on it, and popping the top open, the first thing that we see is the Ticwatch E. I opted for the classy looking Shadow variant. Mobvoi packed the insides of this tin quite tightly, but once I manhandled it out, below the watch you'll find the instruction manuals and the USB cable to charge the watch. Moving on to the goodies, first up, in the smaller box, Mobvoi provided a teeny tiny tempered glass screen protector for the watch. Nice touch. I like that we get extra protection for the display. And onto the bigger box, which by the way was also really stubborn to get open. We see the extra free charging cable that I got for being an early backer. Nice! Now let's see what makes the watch tick. Handling your wearable processing is the MediaTek MT2601 wearable processor that has two ARM Cortex-A7s clocked at 1.2 GHz. The Ticwatch E runs on Android Wear 2.0 that has 512MB of RAM and 4GB of ROM, which should be more than sufficient for a device on your wrist. As far as display goes, it uses a 1.4-inch OLED display at 400x400 resolution with an anti-scratch glass above it. Mobvoi doesn't mention what type it is, so it's probably not Gorilla Glass, but might be Asahi's Dragon Trail. Because it's an OLED display, part of the display elements actually shift around without you noticing to prevent any burn-in issues. You get Wi-Fi BGN, Bluetooth 4.1, heart rate monitor, proximity sensor, a microphone and speaker combo, vibration motor, and a gyroscope, as well as built-in GPS in the watch's body. No NFC though, but that's fine, it's not really that useful of a thing to have in my neck of the woods. Speaking of body, it's made of polycarbonate and is rated to have an IP67 water and dust resistant rating. The strap is of 20mm in width, so if you're looking to get replacement straps for this watch, that's the size you want to look out for. They're made of flexible silicone, so they shouldn't damage or crack anytime soon, unlike standard rubber straps. Flipping the watch over, you'll find the heart rate monitor and the charging pins for the watch. On that note, the provided charging cable is a nice looking flat ribbon cable of 1 meter in length, and is magnetic as is the area for the charging pins, and it's not weak either, as bringing them close, they don't hesitate to snap into each other. Pairing the watch with your phone is an easy affair. Just start up the watch, open up the Android Wear app on your phone, tap on setup, then tap on the watch name, press OK, a few prompts later, and you're good to go. Getting around on the watch was really pleasing. Swiping left or right of the watch face allows you to change your watch face design. Swiping up from the bottom allows you to see any notifications that might have come in. Sliding up from the top gives you access to some of the watch's quick settings, while pressing on the crown opens a list of the watch's installed apps. It's clear that the MediaTek processor on the inside is more than capable of providing a smooth operating experience. Even as I tried to jump around with commands on the watch, it just sailed through everything without any issue. Side note, OS-wise, it has the October 5th security patch level, so that's not too bad either. Now this bit is a bit more on the Android Wear side of things, but let's run through the built-in apps to see what you get with the watch. First up, we have Agenda that lists any upcoming events that were added in your phone's calendar. Alarm that has a cool looking UI of rotating the outer dials to set the time. Contacts allow you to make calls and messages straight from your watch. Find My Phone obviously helps you find your phone by making it ring. Fit gives you information and statistics on your daily exercise or lays about, as well as the ability to record your heart rate. Fit Workout is basically a quick shortcut to the Add Workout button in Fit. Fitness allows you to start tracking a new workout into Mobvoi's own health tracking system, more on this later. Flashlight is as it says. Do I really need to explain this one? Health is Mobvoi's own version of Google Fit, arguably a more complete and detailed version that takes advantage of the watch's features more. Heart rate is again self-explanatory. Phone allows you to call contacts directly, similar to the Contacts app above. Play Store allows you to search for new apps for your Android Wear Ticwatch, as well as download the companion apps for those that you have installed on your phone. I've already installed Messenger, Maps, and Calculator on mine. Reminders add reminders. Settings lets you access your watch's settings, stuff like setting the font size, volume and ring settings, removing installed apps, setting gestures on your watch, enabling or disabling Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, changing accessibility and personalization options, and finally, system settings. Step ranking compares your movement activity to other nearby Ticwatch users. Stopwatch is a stopwatch, duh. Timer is again like Alarm with a cool dial-like UI. Translate is an interesting one that allows you to not only quickly translate to your language of choice, but by tilting the watch away from you, the translated text magnifies and inverts, allowing you to quickly communicate with people. Weather shows your weather at your locale. And finally, Feed gives you stuff on your Google feed. One fun or perhaps nagging little feature that it has is knowing when you've been stagnating for too long and need to get up off your ass. Conversely, it knows when you're not wearing the watch and after a while will turn the display off up until you pick the watch back up again. A pretty neat battery saving feature. Speaking of battery, a smartwatch is just an ornamental piece if it runs out of juice, so how well does it last in day-to-day use? Well, in my use case scenario, I left the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth on, always on display turned on, have it constantly syncing and pushing notifications to my watch, as well as fully read and reply WhatsApp and Messenger messages on my watch. I also do the occasional heart rate monitoring for fun. Sounds like a lot of things, right? Surprisingly, even with this kind of use case that brought my older smartwatch to its knees, the Ticwatch E lasted about 15 hours for me, which makes it more than enough to last through a whole day's use. Heck, you could even get more out of it if you turned off many of the things which I left on. After all, Mobvoi rates that this watch is capable of lasting up to 48 hours. Now let's say you forgot to charge your watch overnight and just realized it in the morning. Well, the Ticwatch E takes 57 minutes in my test to go from 5% to 100%, which, presuming you threw it on the charge straight after, makes for just about the right amount of time needed to get a quick morning shower, getting dressed, having some breakfast, and finally, when you grab that watch while heading out, it should be at 100%, if not close to it. All in all, for Mobvoi's first foray into the Android Wear market, I think that they've done a bang-up job. During my week or so of using it, I didn't notice any slowdowns, lags, or issues with the watch. It's not as if I don't have any concerns though. The frame of the watch in particular doesn't give me that much confidence, as the hinges of the straps look pretty fragile. And the finishing of the watch makes scuffs and accidental knocks leave a mark on the body. But trying to find any more faults in this watch at this price point isn't that easy. But I guess if I had to nitpick, Come on Mobvoi, what's up with this metal tin? None of the sides of this tin's lid matches with its body, and that really irks my OCD. Jokes aside though, I think that because of that, this watch gets an easy recommendation for me, and because it's got another 20% off right now on its Black Friday sale, which puts its price even lower than the amount that I paid as an early backer, that if you're in the market for a smartwatch, the Ticwatch should definitely be on top of your list. After all, Christmas is just a month away and maybe it's time to start doing some early Christmas shopping. So this was my first time reviewing a smartwatch, but if you liked this review, give it a like, drop a comment down below on any questions or comments, support my channel by visiting me on Patreon, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified for when new videos go live. My name is Yang aka Tech Rodent, and I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks as I'm off on holiday in Japan. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you guys later.